every single nonprofit, I'm just telling you, I've worked in a lot of them, is that every single nonprofit has committees. If they want to do a building campaign, committee. They want to do a fundraiser, committee. Okay, so every single organization, I just want to make that really clear, they all function because the only way they can expand is because of committees. And when it comes to missionaries and ministry support, every single person that Mike and I have trained have come from a background of training where they're told, go it alone. Do it by yourself. And that is counter to every single thing that every single missionary is actually doing on the mission field. Right? Discipleship is the core, that is the core to most missionaries and their expansion of the kingdom, right? Like they're going out and doing discipleship and building up teams and small groups. And so that's what this concept is all about, is Mike and I are passionate. I'm like, what? I just think that it's crazy to me that in the missionary space that this isn't just common knowledge. And so Mike and I are bringing this concept, through Fully Funded, because I was just like, this is normal behavior for any 501c3 nonprofit, any religious organization. They are doing it in committee. So anyways, this is just taking on to that concept. So nobody's made up anything. Nobody's created anything from scratch. P.S. This template that's inside of our book was totally stolen from my background working for a $1 billion.
Adapted.
Not
adapted, Mary.
It is absolutely adapted. But that's what I mean. It's like, it works. I've raised millions and millions and millions of dollars off of this concept and this template. So anyways, all it is it's basically saying 3 to 5 people, will you come alongside us and help us become fully funded? That's really all it is. It's a line by line saying like, hey, this is what you're agreeing to. Because people who are busy, who are entrepreneurs, who are, business leaders, marketers, salespeople, whatever they do in their day job, most likely they're used to a job description. And that's really what we're giving to our missionaries. We're saying, here's a job description to give to someone so that they can volunteer with you. And so that's really all it is. And I think a lot of people get caught up in the description because they're like, oh, this is too formal. And it's like, it's formal because you're a professional. Like, this is your full-time job. You're raising funds as your full-time job. So you need to look professional. You need to look like you just didn't come off the streets. And so this document invites people to come alongside you and help you actually get fully funded and raise your full support.
Yeah, I'll say, like, one of the things we always say is that fundraising is not a solo sport.
Yes.
And every missionary, literally 100% of the people who have done that step 3 in our book, enlist your team, has gotten fully funded. 100% of them. Because it's no longer predicated on just them. I think there's a lot of Lone Rangerism, right, in this, and that's understandable. You're going alone. You're often going just you and your partner or your spouse. You're raising a team there. You're developing ministry teams. You're planting churches. You're leading the Bible studies all alone. And one of the most common things we hear is, my support has dried up. I don't know anyone back stateside anymore. Well, of course, because you're not back home. So find people who do live there and ask them to help further the mission. Anytime that I've gotten real clarity on what it is that what do you need me to do? What would you like me to do? Then let your yes be yes and let your no be no, right? It's just biblical. Let your yes be yes, your no be no. And to Mary's point, a lot of these people, they function like this day in and day out. If I say yes to it, I don't want to do it halfway. I'm going to go all the way for you. So just let me know what that means. And then we can move forward. Clarity is power. Clarity is love. Clarity is I value you and what I know you can do, and I hope that I'm being clear on what I need. And then let's go build this together. So that's a big piece. It's not a solo sport.
Yeah, it is. And that's one of the things you touched on, that, Mike, is clarity, that I've noticed in a lot of the tools that you guys have in here, is they are really clear. And it's so interesting. I love that we did the formal document next to the conversation on listening. And I kind of did that on purpose to show you guys are into helping people create teams that are highly relational and highly professional. And I think that's part of that modern thing that we were talking about earlier. How are you guys different? How can we do things in a more modern way? there's the whole ma and pop, like, I get a little bit of money from all these people and I send them some cards. And I mean, that's cool. Like, be relational, send cards, make phone calls, lean into the relational, and create documents with expectations, and not use what you guys have already created, and be formal about it, because you're going to have people on your team who are business leaders and they're not going to maybe want to lean into the relational side as much. They just want to know where to invest their finances, and they need something super pro looking that lines it all out. And then you're going to have like a grandma who's maybe like, I don't really care about this document. I'll totally sign it. I just love you. And so by having both ready and available, by being strong in both areas, you are poising yourself to create a robust team.
Hey, missionary friends, we are so glad you joined us today. Make sure to subscribe to our channel so you'll be the first to know when a new episode drops. And click like and comment below. We love hearing what's resonating with you and what you'd like to hear more of.